This story was sent to us from Kayla in Baltimore. I grew up in somewhat of a rough neighborhood, which taught me a lot of street smarts, and I was always a cautious person. I was careful with my surroundings and made sure to never put myself in dangerous situations. But one day, my carefulness couldn't protect me from the madness that would take place. At the time of this incident, I was working as a bartender, and I had left work a little bit before 1 in the morning. Most nights I got a ride home, but on this night, I decided to walk, especially because I didn't live too far. I was on my way home from work. As I walked down the quiet street towards my apartment building, I noticed a man following me. At first, I tried to shake it off, thinking that he was just heading in the same direction as me. But as I picked up my pace, he did too. I started walking faster and faster, but he was keeping up with me. I started to panic because I realized that he was following me. I tried to call my friend, but her phone was dead. I was alone and scared out of my mind. He was getting closer and closer. I decided to take a shortcut through a nearby alleyway, hoping to lose him. But as I entered the alley, I realized too late that it was a trap. It's like he knew the move I was going to make, and he was waiting for me there. I turned to run back in the direction I came from, but he grabbed me from behind, covering my mouth so that I couldn't scream. I was doing anything to get away from him, kicking, elbowing, you name it, but he was too strong. I could feel his hot breath on my neck as he whispered in my ear, promising that he wouldn't hurt me as long as I cooperated. I was so scared, and he started leading me deeper into the alleyway. I knew that I had to fight back. Just as I was losing hope, I saw a group of people approaching from the other end of the alleyway. They were talking and laughing super loud. When the man saw them, he let go of me and took off running. One of the ladies in the group asked me if I was okay, and when I told them what happened, one of the guys called the police. The police came, took my statement, and looked through the entire neighborhood to find the man, but they never found him. Since that day, I never walked home again.
Every morning I go jogging outside. Not that I'm an athlete or anything, but it's better than sitting around all day. It's a routine thing for me, trying to stay fit and all. I usually wait for the sun to be out before I head out, so on this morning, once the sun was out, so I hit the pavement. I take my usual route, running past the houses and streets that I'm familiar with. Nothing really stands out, just the same old stuff. But then, something catches my eye. There's this guy standing there, looking at me kind of weird. It gives me a funny feeling, but I try not to think too much about it. As I keep running, I start to feel more and more uncomfortable. I can feel his eyes on me, like he's watching my every move. It makes me nervous. I try to go faster, hoping he'll get the message and leave me alone. But he keeps up with me, and it freaks me out. Out of nowhere, he steps right in front of me, blocking my path. My heart starts pounding, and I freeze for a second. I don't know what to do. I look around, hoping someone will come by and help me, but there's no one in sight. Before I can react, he grabs my arm and tries to pull me towards him. I panic and try to break free, but he's too strong. I'm scared, really scared. I scream for help, hoping someone will hear me and come to my rescue. I fight with everything I've got, kicking and punching, but it doesn't seem to faze him. He's determined to hurt me, and it scares me even more. I manage to break free for a moment and run as fast as I can, not knowing where I'm going, just desperate to get away. Finally, I spot a couple walking towards me. I run towards them, tears streaming down my face, gasping for breath. They see me in distress and rush to help me, scaring the guy away. I'm safe now, but I can't shake off the fear and the feeling of vulnerability. It's a day I'll never forget. That experience changed me. I don't jog alone anymore, and I'm always on high alert. It's sad that we can't feel safe doing something as simple as going for a run, but that's the reality we live in. I hope no one else has to go through what I went through.
Me and my friend, we were just minding our own business, walking down the street on our lunch break one afternoon. We were having a good time, laughing and talking about random stuff. Little did we know, things were about to take a dark turn. Out of nowhere, this woman appeared, looking all angry and upset. She came right up to us, yelling and screaming. We had no idea what we did to make her so mad. She was saying all sorts of crazy things, calling us names and threatening us. Before we could even react, she started throwing punches. It was like a whirlwind of chaos and confusion. We tried to defend ourselves, but she was going crazy. She kept coming at us, swinging her fists with this crazy look in her eyes. We were scared, terrified, every negative emotion. We tried to run away, but she chased after us. It felt like a nightmare, but it was real. We were just two friends, out for a nice walk, and now we were being attacked by this woman who was filled with rage. We did everything we could to protect ourselves, blocking her punches and trying to push her away. But she was strong, and it seemed like she had an endless supply of anger inside of her. It was like she wanted to hurt us, to make us feel as miserable as she did. Finally, she stopped and got into a tan car and drove off. Me and my friend were so confused, we didn't know why that just happened. Then, the craziest thing happened next. The crazy woman drove past us again and threw a cup of water all over us. When we went back to work, it was so embarrassing having to explain to our coworkers why we were drenched in water. To this day, we don't know who that lady was or why she did what she did. She looked like a perfectly normal person too, not someone we would expect to do something like that. Be careful out there, stay spooked.